Alrighty, everyone, who's ready for a stream? Let's go. Alright. Hey, everyone, how's it going today? This is our second stream today. This stream was kind of short notice, but today we got all together with a couple of these Rocketeers here, and we're here with all these people, and we're going to be answering all your questions, just going over all the stuff all these awesome Rocketeers have been going over. So it's not just me. We've got other people from Delta Space Systems, Pluto Aerospace, Objective Space, Robinson Aerospace Systems, Hydrolox Aerospace, and much more. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to put it in the chat. I will be reading those questions out to these people here, and they will be answering them. So make sure to put your questions in the chat. That way we can read these out. So anyways, yeah, so let me go see if everyone is ready. All right, looks like everyone's ready. Let's hop right in.
Dude, you're muted.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Sure. All right. I'm Tyler Boy. I personally don't do rockets, but I actually make models of rockets on Blender and stuff. I post them on my Twitter and my Instagram, and also on Discord. So I don't really have much to go on.
Hi. I'm Cole from Delta Space Systems. I make TVC controlled rockets, and they most of the time fail, but they fly, I guess.
Hi, my name is JJ. I run Pluto Aerospace, obviously. I used to develop thrust vector control, but I soon changed my plan to do more of a high power rocketry approach. So now we're just flying high altitude rockets, and that's just the goal for now. So I don't have really much else to say. I started TVC around the same time as Cole, and I stopped it because I couldn't really understand it. But yeah, now I just do how to do rockets and high power rocketry. So yeah.
Yeah, hi, my name's Joe Barnard. No, it's not really. I'm Eddie. I run Robinson Aerospace Systems. I've been working on this rocket here for quite a while now. You might have also seen the launch pad and controller that I built, which is pretty overkill, which is kind of the theme of the whole project. Try and make everything as advanced and as overkill as possible so I can learn more that way. I've had 2 flights so far. One of them didn't get off the ground, and the other one had a major computer problem and had no thrust vector control. So I haven't had much luck yet, but I'm working on it, and I'll see how I go next year.
All right. Hi, I'm Objective. I started rockets relatively recently, and I basically just been trying to learn as much as possible. I haven't had any real progress, but I basically just been trying to learn as much as possible and help as many people recently. I've essentially, recently I've basically just been working on an EDF with an afterburner to try to make some sort of jet engine. That's it.
Hi, I'm Connor Faden. As you heard, I run PaceSpace. PaceSpace is a small aerospace project that I started about a year and a half ago. I started it in May of 2019, and so far I have had 9 TVC launches, 8 somewhat successful, not really, launches, and one by my standards pretty successful. That last successful launch was done by this rocket right here, Rev. It was pretty stable, had a good flight downward with a pretty soft landing with a parachute, and yeah, that's what I do. I've been doing TVC for a while now, and I'm really excited to move forward with my TVC and make some more progress and hopefully get some better and more stable flights. So yeah.
Hey guys, I'm Chance from Hydrolox Aerospace, and right now I think I'm just focusing on more high altitude rockets. I've also started on like a weather balloon project, and I think we're working out like a high altitude data logger with Yukon, which I think he's supposed to be here. Fingers crossed. But and then I'm gonna work on like deployable landing legs, and then maybe get into thrust vector control in the future. Mostly it's just getting video data and like altimeter data right now. But yeah, so I'm pretty new.
Yeah, hello. I'm Nicola Martinez. I'm Crazy Space Cow on Discord. I've been working on both TVC and getting my level 1 certification, junior level 1 certification. Just this week, I had my first successful TVC flight. Well, sort of successful. It kind of didn't deploy a parachute, but it was really stable on the way up. Just happy with. And now I'm planning on building a scale model of TVC. I don't know. Yeah.
Can you guys hear me all right? Okay, do you want me to do my intro real quick? Okay, so hi, I'm Andrew. I build thrust vector control rockets, and I do a lot of aerospace engineering projects. I've recently been working on an EDF with an afterburner, so that's really cool. I post a lot on my Twitter, Andrew Borger 4. So yeah, you can go follow me there and look at my projects there.
Hey, hi. I'm Dat. I started my Rocketry quite recently, but I try to do an aeronaut that actively controlled aerodynamic rocket leg with moving fins, and I'm working with it at the same time as my TVC since the flight controller and most things are the same. So yeah, those are my 2 projects for now.
Yeah. All right. Give us a sec here, guys. So yeah, you can share your screen. Give us a presentation, show off your designs. Feel free when I call on you. All right. So now's a great time to go grab your stuff. All right. So all right. So we're here. We're just gonna wait for these guys to go grab their stuff. Like I said before, if you have any questions, you can just put that in the chat. I'll be recording those, and we'll be asking all these people. Yeah. So let's go ahead and wait for these guys. Okay, so let's see what the chat is going on about here. So we're going to be answering those questions once all these guys get back. So I'm just going to be here stalling. So while I stall, I guess I can just talk about what we've done in our live stream earlier today. This is our second live stream today. We did have a live stream where we built a weather balloon payload there. You guys can go check that out. We got a lot of cool stuff down there. But anyways, people are starting to pop back in. We'll have to transition soon here. All right. So our first question, we're probably going to, all right, I'm going to save these questions here, but we're first going to do our show and tell, and then we'll do the questions and the fun stuff. How's that sound, everyone? All right, we're still waiting on 5 people. All right, so yeah. So while these guys present, I'm probably going to be getting my stuff. So all right, so all right, if you have anyone you think who will be interested in this live stream, or if you think of anyone who might have questions or is into things like this, make sure to share that link. This is a cool little opportunity. All right, so I think we got some people back. Let's switch over.
So
Okay, so here's my rocket, and you can see the TVC mount. If I turn the rocket on, I'm just gonna show you the entire rocket sequence here. So you can see the TVC mount move based on the angle of the flight computer. So I guess that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Ah, cool. So behind me here in my very messy room, I have my launch pad, which has attempted to support both of the first 2 flights. The first one, the pad had lots of problems, so it was bypassed by using the electronics on the static fire test stand, which I bring as a backup. But the second launch, everything worked nicely, except there was a pressure drop in the system, so unfortunately the pneumatic strongback did not retract. I'll talk about the pad quickly a bit if you haven't seen the video about it. So for starters, the launch pad weighs, I think, 13 or 14 kilos because it's all made from welded steel. At the top here, which you unfortunately can't quite see, if I tilt this back. There we go. So at the top, we have these arms which hold the top of the rocket and the wireless antenna back here. The whole strong back retracts by using the pneumatic piston down here. On the base of it, we have base clamps, of course. So it's a bit dark in the room here. You can't see it too well. But yeah, so I've got the base clamps just down here. So they're pretty similar to Joe Barnard, so I have to admit I obviously based the design off of that. So they grab onto the rocket and release it. In terms of when it's idling, we have LEDs, which is why the light in here is turned off. So the LEDs don't really work too well during the daytime. When I launched, they proved not very effective. But they're there anyway. You better have LEDs, of course. I don't know how long I've got to talk here. I've got the vehicle just here in pieces because it got a bit of damage last flight. But yeah, so those pieces slide together, line up, and then you've got Summit. This is going to be V1.1 by the time I finish it, because the last one got destroyed, as I said. The flight computer, this is the only flight computer which has flown, even though it's the 5th one which I've made. So yeah, I mean, if you guys want to see the controller or whatever, then I can go back to that later, but I don't want to take too long here, so that's what I've got.
Yep, Omar is gonna have to stream this stuff for me because my computer sucks at doing that.
All right, hold.
All right.
So yeah, I mean, if you guys want to see the controller or whatever, then I can go back to that later, but I don't want to take too long here, so that's what I've got.
Yes, sorry. We might want to move on to someone else because I have to change some settings.
All right.
I think like all of you guys know who I am. Yeah.
All right. Oh wait, I think Objective Space is going to share his CAD.
Yeah, that's my bad. I presented the wrong screen. All right, there you go. That should be better.
All right. So I've been modeling for like the past couple months on Blender, different rockets that exist from past and now. I've gone through Starship, Atlas, the Vulcan, what's coming up soon, hopefully, and Electron, and especially recently the Rutherford. Oh God, I can't say it. The Rutherford engine from Electron from Rocket Lab, and that took me about 6 hours of work, and so I'm really happy how that came out. Yeah, the most proud of something about I've done was Starship. That was like I've been doing that over and over again. I'm happy how that also came out. And so every time I've been doing it, it's gotten better and better. And so I've just been learning a lot of techniques on Blender of modeling and how I can actually do this correctly and looks good. So yeah. Yep, that's it.
All right, so right now I'm currently, it's an unnamed rocket, but I'm kind of working on a rocket to hopefully somewhere around 30,000 feet. I'm hoping to have like 2 kick stages with like 6 D12 zeros on each stage, and then deployable landing legs. So like whenever the ejection charge fires, it'll deploy the legs and the parachutes at the same time. And then like, eventually TVC. But also I'm hoping to get into like ammonium perchlorate or like raspberry, I think it's called raspberry limeade. It's some MIT mixture with like pressurized high power engines. RCS components sells a lot of stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm working on right now. And then the high altitude weather balloon.
Yes, I am. All right. Hello. My name is Connor Payton. I run Space, as I've said before. So I have a couple things that I want to show off. Let me just get out of my chair so I can show them to you. So this is. Can y'all hear me? Okay. Hope so. So this is okay. So this is Rev. Rev stands for Recovery Education Vehicle. This is my second TVC rocket that I've made. I flew this rocket for the first time on October 31st, Halloween. I worked very hard to be able to launch on Halloween. It was a great launch. It was pretty stable. Really, the only reason why it had some slight pitchovers on the x-axis was due to gimbal misalignment. We had a super duper stable ascent, super slow descent thanks to the black powder recovery system. And unfortunately, the landing legs did not work. But that's a super simple fix for the next flight. I'm hoping to fly again late November, early December. And then I want to show y'all my first TVC rocket that I ever made. It's currently missing the nose cone, but this is TDEV, which stands for Test Development Education Vehicle. Pretty big size difference. I've had eight flights to date with this rocket, and all of them have been somewhat successful. They've all gone up, but the degree of up they went was varying. But this is a super good program. It taught me a lot about TVC and the basics of rocketry. So yeah, I also want to show you guys my launch pad. Let me just lift my chair up here so I can show it to you. All right. Hopefully y'all can see this. This is the new launch pad for the Rev program. It has RGB light modules in all 4 corners. It has switch inputs and key switch inputs in the front to input stuff to the launch computer. It has launch clamps, and it has several different levels and other gizmos all around the launch pad to make everything easier and nicer. So I'll go ahead and show you the quick startup sequence here. The launch pad LEDs are pretty bright. It's pretty cool. So yeah, there are 2 more things I want to show you. I have 3 ammo cans full of motors. I want to show you my motor stash real quick. Here is an ammo can full of D motors. This is about 100 D12 motors. And I have an ammo can full of E motors, E12s. Here's about 100 E motors. Alright, and the very last thing I would like to show you, just get it out of its bag here. These are autographs from Peter Beck and Tim Dodd, the Everyday Astronaut, where did you know that I met Peter Beck and the Everyday Astronaut at the Rocket Lab LC2 launch pad unveiling. So here is Peter Beck's signature. I actually was able to show him my TVC rocket launch on my phone. I showed him a video of my rocket launch. That was pretty impressive. He wrote "Fly High" on it. I thought that was pretty cool. And here is the Everyday Astronaut's signature, which I also got to show one of my TVC launches too. And then here is the little admission pass I got. LC2 guest. I was actually personally invited to the Rocket Lab's Launch Complex 2 unveiling at Wallops. That was super duper awesome. I was able to go up there and see the launch pad and get up there close and personal with everything. It was definitely cool. One of my fondest memories and all of my space stuff. So yeah, that's all I have to show you guys for now. Hope you all enjoyed that. But yeah, thanks for letting me talk.
All right, so basically what I've been working on is a mix of all sorts of stuff just in an effort to learn the basics. So I started out with this Quokka. This never got off the ground, but I was going to use one of Cole's TVC systems, and I was going to design a flight computer for it. It had good fins, it probably wouldn't have worked, and a landing system. So that just got me into the basics, and as such, it also taught me that it wasn't going to work, and that it would take a lot of more work than I signed up for. And then right now, I'm working on this. This only is half of it. I will show the CAD model in a bit, but essentially, it's going to be an EDF, and then I'm going to have an afterburner, which I've been working a lot on with Northern Aeronautical and a couple other people like Chaos, who helped me a lot. And then I also have been working on this, but I think I'm going to postpone it, or it's kind of postponed because it's too much work and I want to get something off the ground first. But essentially, you can see there's a launch pad and a launch controller, which I had an RFID module on for security, and a 7-segment display and all that sort of stuff just for countdown. And I enjoyed making that, but it hasn't been, I haven't finished it yet. So let me quickly screen share. The Chrome window to show the CAD model. And essentially, what I've been working on is this, which is, sorry, can you guys see it? All right. So essentially, this is what it looks like right now. And you can see from the camera that you can also see the combustion chamber inside. So it's not really a combustion chamber, but basically it's going to protect the fuel source from igniting, from just being blown away by the air and actually letting it properly ignite and then mix with the air. So that's what's back there. And then there's also a motor in between the 2 segments inside the shot cone. And you have the nozzle intake, which is optimized because it's just static firing. And so hopefully that's going to be done relatively soon. And I'm really excited to see how that works out in the end. But yeah, that's it for that.
All right, there was word of me not being able to be heard on the stream. So,
I can debunk that. That's not true.
well, that's not? Okay. Well, I added an
Yeah, I can hear
audio.
you fine.
Okay, I added an audio input capture just in case. So, anyways, super cool objective space. Cool to see that. Let's see, who's next? Nicolo Martinez, you wanna go ahead?
Yeah, sure. Yes. Here is my rocket for my L1 certification attempt. I'm going to be launching it on December 5th in Virginia, a launch site there. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. All I gotta do is paint it and give it some nice finishing work. It's going to be launched on a app or Aerotech H115 DMS, I think. And yeah, then right here is my TVC rocket that flew successfully and then did not deploy its parachute, and it is very wrecked. The nose cone got shattered. Whole body tube like crunched and broke a bunch of pieces. The thrust vector control mount got obliterated, like fell apart, and then the avionics were fine, but the whole avionics mount was completely shattered. So right now, kind of in transition with that because I just flew successful flight. Start working on other TVC projects. Right now on my Instagram story is a poll for which rocket I'm going to try to recreate sort of as TVC or scale model. So yeah, that's really all I'm working on right now.
All right, thanks so much. So, quickly before we go on to the next person, if you guys are interested and you guys want to keep getting updates from these guys, you can go check out the Advanced Rocketry YouTube, or not the YouTube channel, the Discord server, where you can get updates from every one of these guys and join a ton of awesome advanced Rocketeers. So make sure you guys go check that out if you're interested in getting more updates from these awesome people. So who's up next? Let's go with Andrew. Have you gone yet?
No, I haven't.
Do you want to go ahead?
Sure.
All right, you're up.
So I have on my desk here, I don't know if you can see it, I have my PCBs and I also have a CAD file of my EDF I'm currently printing at the library. So I'm gonna go ahead and present my screen. Can you see that all right?
Yeah, we can see that. Yeah, it looks great.
Okay, so this is my EDF I made. It uses a 950 gram thrust fan, and yeah, so it also has an afterburner on it, and I'm hoping it works. I'm hoping to like test fire it December 3rd. So hopefully I get that done. And then over here I got my is my camera on?
Yeah, it's on. Yeah, it's on.
Okay, you might want to go switch over to my camera real quick. And yeah. So I got my first PCB right here, which is Sigma 1.0, and it didn't really work. Like this was just a concept, I guess, of me learning. So I went on to Sigma 2.0, which I used Easy EDA to make. And for the voltage regulator, the 3 pins were connected to ground, which that wasn't supposed to happen. And this is the PCB. It's small-ish. So I have to fix that, and I'm hoping to get new PCBs in January. And if they work, I'm not rushing anything, but I should be able to launch the Radon or Radon rocket. And that's all I have to present other than the TVC mon I own. The inner gimbal actually broke, so I'm reprinting that now. But yeah. Yeah, then that's it.
No, I haven't. All right. Well, where do I even start? So I'm just gonna give you the whole history of Pluto Aerospace because I don't really have much. But here's the first ever rocket made out of paper. As you can see, it's what really got me into rocketry and whatnot. And I did a bunch of iterations, a bunch of different paper rockets and whatnot. And then I started getting into, quote unquote, real rocketry. I don't know if you can see that. Let me go ahead. Right here. And this was made by, I made it, but it was one of the designs of the King of Random, as you guys might have seen. Here's a motor all hollowed out. I call that refurbishing. But anyways, after that,
Sorry to
like,
interrupt, but New Mexico Rocketry, you need to moderate the chat real quick, and someone named John Wick is trying to join.
uh-oh. What happened?
What do I need to
Let's
moderate?
not talk about it. Let's not fuel the fire, but just moderate the chat. Thank you.
What do I moderate?
Okay.
Yeah, it's from Brungo.
Yeah, don't
Oh,
say
okay,
anything.
yeah. Sorry, I
Moderate
didn't.
the chat. That's all that needs to be said.
All right, sorry. I'll
Yeah,
go.
I know.
I got it. All right.
No, you're
So,
good. You're good.
quickly. Let me quickly. Give me a sec.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
All right, I'm gonna do that real quick here. It's because I'm not signed in on Streamlabs. All right, you guys are gonna see weird stuff pop up on the stream real quick. Not like weird stuff, but I I need to quickly moderate the chat real quick. Give us a sec. Come on, live chat.
Also, the bot is nuking some people's messages for some reason. Not sure why.
Oh
Just wanted
yeah,
to
it's
put that out
because
there.
if people it's
Wait, on the YouTube chat or what?
yeah, it's
I mean,
set
this is
if
alright.
people
It's our
spam.
first stream with everyone on
It
here,
wouldn't
so
let me post the link before.
Oh yeah, I can fix that, but I
New
gotta do.
Mexico Rocketry, if you want to make me a mod, I can probably moderate the chat.
All right, that's a lot to do. All right, give me a sec here, guys. Let's do that.
I will talk for you in the meantime.
All right.
How
Yeah, he's
long
got
can
like
you
50 people talking to him, so I don't know.
Yeah, give me
I
a
think we should
sec
just
here,
let him work
guys.
real quick because he's moderating the meeting, the chat, the live stream, stuff like that. Yeah, I'll stop
All right,
talking.
there we go. Remove. There we go. All right.
in the chat.
So next up, I can.
Okay. Wait,
yeah.
no.
Bread.
Wait, I'm not done.
Yeah, no. Just give me a sec. I'll get to you. I just need to
Oh, yeah.
quickly.
Just tell me when.
Fix the chat bot. All right. While you go, I'll be fixing up the chat stuff. All right.
All right. So
Yeah.
I'm good?
Keep going. You're pinned. Yeah, you're good.
Okay. All right. Where was I? So I took like
there.
a couple months off, and I started developing thrust vector control. Here's the first iteration, the motor tube. It was printed this year when I got my printer, and yeah, I started doing TVC, but I procrastinated way too much, and then I took like I don't even know. I just procrastinated, and then I didn't have nothing to do. I decided to make a motor. As you can see, if you guys saw the video, it didn't really go so well. But in like 2 days, I whipped up this inner gimbal of the Sticks CVC system. It was ready for a 1-axis test, but that's when I was just like, nah, it's too much work. And yeah, so this is a 1-axis, has a 9-gram servo. It uses a D12. Well, it would have used a D12. But well, other than that, that's pretty much it. I'm developing the 1 kilometer rocket Hydra, which will also be a junior level 1 next year, hopefully. So yeah, Hydra is. I want to make it a carbon fiber body. So yeah, hopefully it goes to 1 kilometer in junior level 1. But other than that, you guys can just see all the specs of Hydra on my Twitter. At AstroJJ _. I'll post that in YouTube right now. But other than that, that's pretty much it. I don't have anything else to show. Or yeah.
All right. Thanks so much. All right. So, the bot shouldn't be as mean anymore. You can post your links in all caps now. Just don't spam symbols, and that's pretty much it. And I'll also be watching the chat at the same time. So, all right. You guys are gonna have to remind. All right. Dat, you want to go?
Yeah, sure, man. So I got 4 rockets going on. I will just turn the camera. There we go. So these are my 4 beauties. This is my first one, actually, the first ever model rocket I flew. It's simple design. The second one is the one where I started adding an altimeter in there and all of that. This one over here, that's just a wreckage. Pretty much whatever's left, like kind of duct taped it together after the crash. It's an active fins. It uses 4 servos and linkage arms that are located outside of the airframe, which actually works pretty well because it makes the airframe very slim. And yeah, the motor kind of exploded. Well, the ejection charge kind of exploded at the bottom, so that's why it's all black. And the little chubby guy here, that's my TVC that I was about to launch today, but the motor did not decide to cooperate with me. So that's going to be on tomorrow, and I'll give updates on that. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, man, nothing much.
So have we
I
gotten
think
everyone?
so.
All right. Canine Rocket Technologies. You want to go?
Yeah, sure. So I'll just do, I guess, an audio update. I don't know much to say. Just got a lot of things in development, and I think most of these things will, um, I'll show them in 2021.
All right. Is that it?
I mean, if anyone has any questions, you can ask me.
All right. Yeah, we'll get to questions just after this. Is that everyone but me? I'm guessing.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think so. You
I
you
reckon.
can go
I'm
ahead.
pretty sure.
I don't think I have much to show right now.
Okay. I mean, so like I said before, we're more focused on video. I guess we're kind of balanced between videography and videography and rockets and stuff like that. So I'm actually gonna change the camera just so it's me here. So anyways, this is our weather balloon thing we made, payload bay. I guess I could angle the camera so I don't have to knock everything out of there. So give me a sec here. Angle it. I don't know if this will work. You know what? Screw it. I'm not gonna do that. So this is it, I guess. I hope you guys. There we go. That tipped over. Anyways, this is our weather balloon payload. We're sending that to the edge of space. And quick little thing here. If you guys want, we're doing something cool with this project. If you guys want to, you can actually send. We're doing this cool little thing where you can send like a name or a quote or something like that to the edge of space with our balloon thing. So it's where like you fill out this quick little form. You can send your quote or a name, something like that, up to the edge of space. We're going to be printing that out, putting it on the payload bay. So there's a link if you're interested with that. I mean, not much else. We do have. Let me switch over here. This is kind of our rocket collection. I didn't really have time to get it all ready because I was working on the stream here. But, I mean, I guess for my showcase, it's pretty much all the YouTube videos down below. So on the stream, the YouTube channel, that's my channel, or our channel, I guess. That's pretty much my showcase. You can just check out all those videos. They're pretty nice if you just want to see what we do. So, all right. I'm not Chinese, by the way. I'm in my garage because that's where we make our rockets. All right, so we're gonna switch back. All right. So does Q&A sound good for everyone?
Sounds good to me.
All right. Yeah, that was a rude comment. But anyways, let's see. Yeah, I can put this guy in. I can put that guy in. Where are you, buddy? All right. See ya. You're in timeout now. All right. I can actually also. There we go. All right, you won't be able to comment anymore. All right. So, do you guys want to go ahead and put your questions in the chat, and we'll read those out and have people answer them. So, first question, anyone? There's a bit of latency here, so we might have to wait.
Should we all answer the previous questions that were put in the chat?
Oh, let's see if I can find those because there's a lot of chats here.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe you can just answer those individually or just ask one of us.
Actually, how about this? If you guys have those questions from before, put them again because I don't want to go through everything and find it. So just put them again. So,
The one and
Or
Lord
ask.
Joseph Barnard is watching this right now.
all
Wait, who
right,
is?
sweet. All right, so we got one question. It says, "What got you guys into rocketry?" Do you guys want to each go into that and answer? So, Dat, you want to go first?
Well, I mean, essentially, since I was a kid, I got like a model space shuttle kit. Like, I don't know if you can see it, like up there, all the way up. I got that was when I was like 4 or 5, I don't know, and then I just got hooked from there. So, I mean, short answer. I mean, I just got liked it. So, yeah.
So, cool. Oh, there we go. I'm unmuted now. All right. So, Pluto Aerospace. Short little answer. How did you get into rocketry?
Short answer, my uncle. He's an engineer at Boeing, and he introduced me to all the space stuff. And yeah, just my uncle, and I just got really interested in it. And that's pretty much it.
Sweet man. Awesome. All right. Next up we got Eddie Robinson. What got you into rocketry?
Well, I saw a SpaceX rocket land, and I was like, wow, that's impressive. I honestly thought it was fake, and it took me a while to realize that it actually wasn't fake. And so, about maybe 2.5 years ago now, I started getting interested in rockets. And then a bit over a year ago now, I was like, okay, time to do a project because I've been playing with electronics for a while. And then I started playing with TVC stuff, thinking it would take about 4 months. And here I am about 14 months later. Obviously, a lot of BPS Spaces stuff had a big inspiration on what I've done as well. A lot of my
Awesome.
stuff's based on what he did.
Cool. Glad to hear that. Um, so I'm not really going in any particular order. I'm just going what's on the screen, by the way. Quick reminder: if you go ahead and join the Advanced Rocketry Discord, if you want to keep hearing continual updates like this, they each have their own update channels. So you guys can go check out the Advanced Rocketry Discord if you're interested in seeing that. Also, I said in the chat, if you guys want to join the next Zoom, you guys can comment on the stream after, and we'll see if we can get you in here. But anyways, next up we got Hydrolox Aerospace. What got you into rocketry?
I think it's a couple things. So, first of all, I think it would be probably Joe Barnard and Tim Dodd. I found them on YouTube, and they're just really cool, and that got me first into it. But what got me really serious is my uncle. He worked a job at NASA, and I think it was just one time, but later on he told some guy that what I was doing, and so he invited me down to NASA. I would actually be on a plane to go to privately tour NASA right now, but COVID, so it's been delayed or postponed indefinitely. So I hope to be there, but that's what got me really serious. Like I really want to do this, but yeah.
All right, thanks. So I did get a message here. Let me see. Yeah, so Drew says if you guys want to join these, I think we're gonna do these. If you guys are up for it, we can keep doing these cool little Zoom calls. Maybe every month or so. You can add him on Discord. But anyway, let's keep going. Connor Payton, you up for telling us how you got into rocketry?
Yep. So, I've always been involved somewhat in rocketry for a while, but I really got into like heavy doing rocketry daily, and I got into TBC rocketry. I want to say about a year and a half ago. It's sort of a weird start, but I saw an ad for Chris Hadfield's masterclass, and for some reason that masterclass about rocketry sort of really sparked an interest in rocketry in me. And after that, I did more research into rocketry and how rockets work and how TBC works. And then I eventually found Joe and other people who are doing TBC, and really, I started development in TBC, and I guess the rest is history, really.
All right, so I did add a couple of mods to help us out. Watch the chat there because there are a couple of bad comments. So you guys, I'll keep adding some more to help us out there. But anyways, Nicolo Martinez, are you there?
Yep, I'm here. I got into rocketry. It's kind of, I mean, I've been launching like little model rockets and stuff all my life, but last summer I really got into it. I was like randomly doing science experiments around my house, and I just did that one where you like put alcohol in one of those huge water jugs and like dissolve it, and then it makes a big whoosh rocket engine sound and flame. And somehow that really sparked my interest. And then later that summer, I found like Joe Barnard on YouTube, and that inspired me to pursue TVC. And so, yeah, I started after that by trying to do other things to learn more stuff because I didn't know enough to do TVC yet. So I started like making an inverted pendulum and stuff. And then by the spring, I started actually working on TVC.
Awesome. It's great to hear that. Um, Next up, we got Andrew Borger. You're up. How'd you get into rocketry?
So basically, ever since I was a kid, I really liked space and stuff. And then I actually came across Cole's channel, and then I entered a Discord he was in, and he really taught me everything. So I thank him for that. And that's like really what sparked my interest as of like last year.
Awesome. Nice to hear that. I think Cole did leave. Too bad. Been nice if you heard that. But next up, we got Objective Space. Tell us how you got into rocketry.
So I think for at least recently, I feel like I've always had some sort of passion for space, and I think one thing led to another, and eventually I was playing a spaceflight simulator called Spaceflight Simulator, and I met Phil through that, or Pedal Boy, and eventually I got into rocketry because I wanted to do some actual stuff, and then I talked to Cole and Yukon, and they got me on Discord, and I essentially have been just learning from them and a bunch of others ever since. And yeah, that's essentially how I got into rocketry for the most part.
Sweet. Glad to hear that. Pedal Boy, you're up. And then last, we have Canine Rocket Technologies.
All right. I've been interested in it for like ever since like elementary and stuff, but what really started like kicked off was SpaceX launch of Arabsat 6A. That's really started it for me. And like what Omar said is, like just now we met through the spaceflight simulator, and then he later eventually brought me into the advanced rocketry server, and that's really what made it took off for me as well. And so yeah, I met a lot of great people, and so yeah.
All right. Eddie Robinson, I'm going to go now, guys. Thanks for adding me to this. No problemo. We'll see you. Thanks for coming out. Everyone say bye to Eddie.
See you later, guys.
Bye.
Yep. See ya.
Thanks for joining, Eddie.
See you, Eddie.
That's the
Bye.
other.
Bye, man.
See ya.
All right. K9 Rocket Technologies, you're up.
All right, I'll go. So, ever since I learned to read, the first books I always chose was about space because something about space always fascinated me, and I was really into NASA. I read any space book I could read, and 2011 last space shuttle launch. That was the day I lost interest in space because I thought, how can human spaceflight go in a downtrend? How can it get worse over time? How do, we lose the capability to launch people into space? So it was a big, it was this disappointment to me. And then later on, just like anyone else, I came across a SpaceX video, and then that really inspired me. But actually, surprisingly, before that, it was the Curiosity rover, which got me into Mars too. So, it felt like, I felt like there's hope in space finally, because it just seems crazy how we could land people on the moon in the 60s, and then we could, we're not on Mars by now, which we should have been technically based on how our, technological trend has been going. So, and then I thought, how can I be involved in this? How can I be part of it? How, maybe I could build a smaller scale version. And I couldn't find any small scaled advanced model rockets. Model rockets were just essentially tubes with fins, a parachute, and then a motor in it. That wasn't interesting to me. I wanted something more realistic, more, replicating these large vehicles. And, I was looking at I think I spent like 2 hours looking at videos of model rockets, seeing, how complex they can get. And it was the time when Joe Barnard posted a video of his Falcon Heavy teaser. And that just, that did it for me. That really got me into rocketry. And I think the future is, with these small scale technologies, if we increase it, of course, we're not in the orbital launch market or anything. This is just model rockets. These are just toys, but these can be easily implicated into so many different types of applications. And, I'm looking at, things like the DoD can use because, small scale rockets using consumer electronic parts, there's a big opportunity for this field, which is why I'm really intrigued by it. I'm really into it. I've been very active in it.
Awesome, thanks. Glad to hear how you got into rocketry, how all you guys got into rocketry. It's obviously done a lot for you guys. You guys have done so much with it. I'm just gonna quickly go over some stuff. Fat Life, could you please not spam symbols like that in the chat? Mods, could you kind of delete those because it's annoying. But anyways, how did I get into rocketry? I did have a I did so back in elementary school, back in my day, um, they did this rocket club in sixth grade, and I have a friend. All right, there's a guy named Rob Hermes. He ran the rocket club there, and I joined the rocket club. And then they had one special rocket that they let someone build. It was super complicated. Let me go grab that right now. Be right back. So, anyways, here I'm back. This was a rocket that he let me build, and it was a special one. We flew it that day. It was awesome. It like spun at the same time and landed, and then I really liked that. And then later on, that next summer after sixth grade, I started kind of a rocket club, kind of with my friend Andres, the other dude here at New Mexico Rocketry Reviews. And we started building these horrible rockets, man. You have no idea. Like the engine mount would get stuck, or we'd shove it up too far. But anyways, we kept going, and then I got Kerbal Space Program, and that kind of got me going as well. I'm sure a lot of you play that as well. And then we started YouTubing last month. Before that, our YouTube videos are garbage. They use like an iPad to record everything, and it was weird. But anyways, and then now I saw other people doing all this cool stuff in SpaceX, and all you other guys doing all your cool stuff. So I just decided I might as well try that as well. So there's my story. All right, so questions in the chat. Let's see. Question: mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, or aerospace engineering? And then he answered his own question by saying, pick mechanical, then specialize in aerospace, broadens your job opportunities. All right. Does anyone have any more questions? We're gonna have to wait because there's. What is the goal of your companies? All right. So Desri YT says, what's the goal of your companies? So let's go ahead and answer those. How does this sound, everyone? We'll answer this question and then one more, maybe do a little outro and then end it. How's that sound? Good?
Sounds great.
All right. So,
Sounds good.
so our
Hey,
second to last question is going to be, what's the goal of your companies? After we all answer that, we'll answer one more question, and then we'll do a little outro, and then we'll end this stream. So, let's go ahead with that. Do you want to go first?
I mean, I don't really have a company. I think it's just me right now. But yeah, so I can't really answer that question.
All right,
Sorry.
that's fine. I mean, this question could also be interpreted as, what is your goal in rocketry? What do you guys want to do? But anyways, we'll go on to Pluto Aerospace. You there?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Sweet.
So the goal of Pluto Aerospace is really to hopefully launch. Well, I don't really know what my goal is, but hopefully launch CanSats. Canine. Yeah, well, Yukon. Yukon inspired me to want to launch CAN satellites, and I hope to do that too one day at very cheap prices for universities. Maybe even just well. All right, I'm gonna start over. So the goal of Pluto Aerospace is really just to develop high altitude rockets and provide CAN satellite service at a very cheap price for anyone, a university, anyone, anyone really. But yeah, I just hope to launch CAN satellites one day up to high altitudes, and yeah, I don't really have much to say.
Here. All right. Super cool, man. Good luck with those CanSats. Hope that works out. That's super cool. So quickly, I was talking with Drew here through Discord. Do you guys want to keep doing these type of meetings, maybe every month, every
I recommend it. It's really cool that we're doing this. So.
yeah, every 2 months,
Yeah,
every
I say maybe every month or maybe like bi-weekly or something. But
Yeah.
yeah.
definitely
I would
enjoy
recommend
them.
weekly because people can just gather up all their progress and whatnot. No,
Weekly.
Yeah.
every month.
I
Every
agree.
month. I'm
It's
sorry,
really
every
cool.
month, not weekly. Every month.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
People in the chat, how do you guys
Well,
are,
months would be better.
yeah, a month would be better. How are you guys liking this live stream experience? Um, I mean, I could keep streaming these on my channel if you guys are fine with it and hosting all these questions. You guys are Gucci with it. Um, daily, hourly, month. Yeah, we're probably if we're gonna do it, we're probably gonna do it monthly. But anyways, let's keep going. We got Hydrolox Aerospace. You're up for what your ultimate goal is.
So I actually like Joe. I live in Tennessee, and Tennessee State University has a student engineering team, and they also have a student engineering rocketry team. And so basically, I'm building up Hydrolox Aerospace to, I guess, show them what I can do, and then eventually go into thrust vector control because their engineering team only works with like regular model rocket stuff, except they have fiberglass and carbon fiber tubes. And then I think overall, like the project goal is rocket stuff probably launching. I think it's like the MIT team is they're launching a high-powered rocket off of a weather balloon, so it technically can attain orbit. But you need like I think like 3,500 meters per second or something like that. But that's a rough measurement. But yeah,
Sorry, I have to like unmute two mics at the same time. All right, so let's see. Canine Rocket Technologies, are you good to go? You want to tell us what your goal is here?
Yep, I'm good to go. All right, so first of all, I don't consider myself a company. I consider myself an open source community backed project. But so I have multiple goals. Essentially, the current goal right now is I think even model rocketry is too expensive, and I think it could be cheaper. And I really think the markup of anything with the word model rocketry part and sold is absolutely ridiculous. So a lot of my focus is into how can we make super advanced model rockets much cheaper and still be, as advanced as it can be at the scale. And that's what I've been working on. But, overall though, I think this will stay as a project, not a company. But let's say I want to make this company in the future. I've interest in developing things for the DoD because the orbital launch rocket market is essentially taken up. So either I'll be working for some company like that, or I would be developing small scale rocket devices for the DoD, which is what my interest is in because it's low cost. But in general, my entire project as a goal is, my entire ideology and thought is, how can we implement rocketry into more daily civilian life? I think this field has a very big potential as it becomes more democratized and more available, especially, with America in focus to me. I want to see how more, Americans can get into how, our nation can be more advanced with more rocketry being spread out and more of our civilians having access to this. And I think there'll be some crazy applications we never imagined. It will become like what SpaceX is doing. We thought, rocketry couldn't be that well commercialized and that reusable. Well, now it is. And I want to bring it down to the civilian level, make it possible that anyone can use this technology to their advantage and improve life in general. That's my goal. So
All right, sweet. That sounds awesome. Good luck with everything you're up to. Hope for the best here. So, um, real quickly, who's next? Connor Payton, have you gone yet?
I have not.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, Payspace isn't really. It's not at all in any way a company. It's really just a project that I've been working on. I guess as of right now, my goal for Payspace is just to make reliable TVC model rockets. I have a sort of line of vehicle progression of what what my future vehicles are gonna be and what their point is and what they're gonna do. But again, I'm not sure how accurate that's gonna be in the future. But really, my goal is to just as of right now, make reliable and stable TVC rockets, and eventually, as I learn more and as I gain more skills, as I make more rockets, to slowly scale up my vehicles. So yeah, that's really my goal right now.
Awesome. Sounds super cool. Hope for the best for you. Let's see. Objective Space, you're on my list. Go ahead.
All right, yeah. So same as Yukon, I usually just call myself a project more or less. But yeah, I think my goals are really just to learn as much as possible and do some cool stuff because I think it's a really fun thing to do, and I really like getting to know the community. A lot of the people here are really nice and really open to teaching you. And I think that's great. So I guess my goal is basically just to learn and do some cool stuff.
All right, thanks so much. Unpin you there, and let's go with Hydrolox. You went right or no? Did you go? Yeah, you went.
Yeah, I
Nicolo
went.
Yeah, Nicolo Martinez. You want to go ahead?
Yeah, I think like a lot of people have said, mine definitely not a company. It's merely just a project or a hobby that I do in my spare time. I do it really just because I enjoy it. I don't see an end goal, I guess. I mean, it seems like it could help get into college. I want to go to engineering schools for engineering or aerospace. So, yeah, I guess I don't really have a objective goal. It's just wherever it leads. Yes.
All right, cool. Andrew Borger, you're up.
Hi. So my program is not really like a company at all. It's just something I started because I wanted to get more into engineering and learn more as I go. So yeah, it's called Radon Rocket Systems, but I haven't really open sourced anything to the public yet. So yeah.
All right, cool. Like I said, guys, I'm just gonna say it again in case there's any new viewers. Um, Go ahead, join the Discord if you're interested in getting more updates like these. Anyways, let's see. We got Pedal Boy. You ready?
Yeah, I don't really think I have any goals. I mean, I guess the only thing is like getting better at modeling and texturing because It's just that I don't really have anything planned for the future of what I'm doing. I mean, I guess all I can do is really just buy a 3D printer and potentially print the models and sell them once I can actually acquire the stuff I need for it. And so I think that would be really cool to do.
Sweet, man. I saw those models you showed. Those look really cool. So nice job on those. Let's see. Has everyone gone? Has Pluto Aerospace gone? And
Yeah, I went.
all right. Is there anyone who hasn't gone yet? No? All right. I guess it's my turn now. I guess our goal is just to get more subs, because half of what we do is for YouTubing and stuff, other half rocket stuff. I mean, I say 50-50 because if we were all for subs, then we'd definitely be doing some other topic of YouTubing, but we also love Rocketry at the same time. So our goal is probably just to get more subs and just get better at rockets, things like that in general. But anyways, we are going to be answering our very last question for the night. So put your questions in the chat and we'll go ahead and answer those. So yeah. So I guess we can do this every month then if you guys are up for it. I can stream it every month as well. So yeah. No questions yet. All right. I'm just gonna read
Okay.
Oh, sorry, yeah. I'm just gonna quickly read a question from Arsenio Dev, and I'll let you go, Hydrolox, in just a sec. It's asking Pluto, didn't you get out of the Rocketry game?
For a while I did, but I decided to come back because Connor, Cole, and all the guys at Advanced Rocketry really helped me, tell me that I could do this and whatnot. And so they motivated me. And I really appreciate you guys, by the way. And yeah, so I just gave myself a reality check and so I'm not doing TVC anymore. That's why, because, I really can't understand this. And but yeah, that's why I'm just doing high altitude rockets. It's still going to be a challenge, sure, but just probably not as hard. Well, that I know. So yeah, the boys at Advanced Rocketry helped me, and well, now I'm back. So thank you guys.
Yeah, we got a testimonial there, guys. If you guys want to get some cool advice, see some cool stuff, join that Discord server. Hydrolox, you're gonna say something? You want to go ahead real quick?
Yeah, so I was going to say real quick, I know it doesn't really matter what channel we stream off of, but and it does, I mean, it obviously is in your guys' opinion, but Yukon has like I think 1.35K subscribers or something like that. So if he were to stream it, I think we would get more views if we did this monthly. And it all depends on like what he's willing to set up and stuff like that. And I know you guys have pretty got this under control, but just
Yeah.
anything. What do you guys think about that?
We could.
I think or you can talk.
Oh yeah, could we talk about this after the stream ends so we can just get done with the questions and then we can discuss this a bit later? How's that sound?
Yeah, that's good.
All right. Last question of the day. What are your guys' experience in the field like? So, first up, Pedal Boy.
To be honest, I don't know. I mean, I guess what I do it's I haven't been 3D modeling for too long. For like I've been doing it for like the past couple of months, but I think I've been learning a lot of what I've been doing and stuff. So I think it's like a lot of experience I've really had with it. So yeah, don't really have much to say about that.
All right. So Connor, you're gonna go all out on this. You want to go now or do you want to go later?
I'll go later.
All right, gotcha. Hydrolox, what is your experience like in the field?
So I don't think I'm actually like a I'm not experienced at anything. I think I can touch on a few subjects. Like I know CAD like for 3D printing and stuff. I know like, just videography like you guys are doing. And then I guess just some combined things in general. I get help from some people too. Like I know a chemist that I talk to about different pyrotechnic compounds. And then I also know a guy, he's a mechanical engineer slash thermodynamics graduate. So I talk to him sometimes about some designs. It's usually me doing all the stuff, but I don't know. I guess it's good to get professional opinions. But yeah.
Sweet. Let's see. Objective space. What's your experience like in the field?
0. I haven't launched any rockets yet, so I have nothing on there.
Ah, I see. Do you have any experience on anything else, like maybe CAD, something like that? Talk about that.
Yeah. So I guess I do a bit of CAD. I'm not very good at it, but yeah. Basically, I've just been trying to learn as much as possible, as I kind of said. So yeah.
All right, sweet man. Let's see. Connor said he wanted to go later, so we'll go with Dot. Do you want to tell us how your experience is out in the field?
I mean, like many people, like I don't do much yet. I do got CAD experience. I learned that from high school, and I'm currently working as a mentor in my high school robotics team. So that's my sort of experience, if you will. And if you're talking about experience in the field, like actually launching in the field, well, I mean, not much. Once again.
All right. All right.
Yeah, not much to say. Sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Let's see. Drew, you want to go? I'll pin you this time. Go ahead.
Could I go in like a minute?
Oh yeah, no, that's totally fine.
Yeah, just give me a minute.
All right. Let's see. Pluto Aerospace. Have you gone yet?
No, but I don't really have experience either. I know CAD. I know the basics, just the basics of Rocketry. We're all still learning. That's why you should join the Advanced Rocketry Discord server, where we can all, just learn from each other and whatnot. But yeah, I know CAD, and like I said, the basics of Rocketry. Other than that, nothing much. But I know how to. I don't know if you would call this a skill, but I know how to use. I know my way around a 3D printer as well. But other than that, not really. And I'm also in robotics, just like that. And so yeah.
All right, sweet man. Let's see. So Pluto's gone. Pedal Boy is
I
gone.
can go if you want my.
Oh yeah,
Sorry, my
go
camera's
ahead.
on. So, actually, what was the question again? I forgot.
The question is, what is your experience like out in the field?
Oh, okay. So, I mean, yeah, I can touch base on certain subjects. I'm good at certain things like CAD. Um, I'm still learning with electronics. Like, I can design certain PCBs. Sorry for that echo there. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, we can hear you good.
Hello?
Yeah, I think we can
Okay,
hear
sorry
you.
about that. There
Yeah,
was some echo.
you're good. Yeah.
Yeah, so like I said, I can touch base on certain subjects and do certain things, but I'm not the best at electronics. I can say that for sure. I'm still learning, and I'll continue to learn. So yeah, and I also medical experience. I think Perry's been asking that a lot. Or no, Brayden. Sorry, Perry's not even here. Brayden Bowman asked us how much experience we'll have in medical field, and I actually am getting certifications for certain things. I have my CPR card. My dad works in a hospital, so he teaches me a lot of stuff too. And I also take like courses with something called Civil Air Patrol or the US Air Force Auxiliary, and they give like good courses on what to do if someone's hurt or certain kind of things.
Wow, that's really cool, man. Good luck with that. Let's see. Canine Rocket Technologies. What's your experience like in the field? And I hope I haven't called on you yet, but
Yeah, sure. So my experience as well, let's talk about building things or anything like that. I've my mentality is I always want to do it myself. So ever since I was younger, building something was always something I did. That's just part of me. But things like CAD, 3D printing, or any kind of software, things like that, I just learned it, I would say within it's been a year, maybe a little over a year, but I'm still a total noob in this entire thing. I'm still learning my way through. Ask me about 8 months ago what an Arduino was, I wouldn't have even known. Of course, I can do some basic microcontroller stuff now, but I knew absolutely nothing about this type of field, and the only like robotics experience I had previously was like a EV3 Mindstorm, the Lego kind. But aside from that, I didn't have much experience in this, and I just learned my way through. And I want to, really learn properly, and I want to learn more and more. And I think I'm learning every day. But essentially, my experience in this is, in this field is, except for sewing, I don't think I had much experience. Literally, I would say, what, 8, 9 months ago, maybe a year ago, I was I didn't even know how to do Fusion 360. Now I'm on it every day, and I'm still learning new things every day. I don't know all the features on it yet, but I know enough of it to sufficiently design what I want. But I'm always, I'm always dissatisfied at myself. I'm never satisfied at where I am. So all I want to do is just become better every single day. So if you want to know about field experience, in this field, probably the only thing I'm qualified to say anything of is sewing, ironically, because I've been sewing for many years. Not like your those fun DIY project things like dresses or anything. I've been sewing like tents, sleeping bags. I've sewn, several backpacks. So I've been, I used to be very horrible at it. Now I would say I'm pretty decent at it. I'm not like a god at it like some people are that I really look up to. But because of that, something like parachutes or something, I think I have some expertise on it. But aside from that, really, I'm a total noob in this, and I think I'm all part of the journey like everyone else. We're all pretty new to this. That's it. That's if you're asking about field experience, like field actually out in the field doing rocketry stuff, I would say next to nothing.
Yeah. I don't really get what is meant by field. I mean, we're all just, I assume, teenagers, and it's at least to me, it's more of just a hobby and a way to learn. I'm definitely a noob, as Canine put it, and I think now I still spend more time asking questions than answering questions, and learning every day, just trying to get better at basically everything involved with these kind of projects. And yeah, I guess, I don't know, I'm pretty good at coding in C++, Arduino, and Python. I yeah, I don't know if I'm much qualified. I guess I'm okay at CAD
hmm
and all kind of things like that. I got a 3D printer, but beyond that, I'm definitely learning more than teaching in
right.
this field. Yeah.
All right, cool, dude. Let's see. I think everyone's gone except Connor. Am I right? All right, Connor, go ahead.
All right. So my experience in like rocketry and coding and TVC and whatnot has really I've only been getting into that for the last like year and a half. But personally, I have a much larger background in in engineering and mechanics and whatnot. So basically, my family, me, not me, but my grandfather and my great grandfather have a combined 90 years of experience working at NASA and working in the aerospace industry. So my family definitely has a pretty large history in NASA and in the aerospace industry as a whole. So right now, my grandfather he does precision cleaning for different aerospace companies and whatnot. So basically, that's where we take in parts and we precision clean them down to the microscopic level for going in different parts and for going in different systems and whatnot. We also do a whole bunch of awesome testing. We do hydrostatic testing, we do pressure testing, we do cryogenic testing, we do leak testing, we do fit testing. We do all testing imaginable. Um, so I have experience working in a clean room environment. We use the clean room for obviously doing the precision cleaning. I have experience with lathes and milling and machining. We have several different lathes and CNCs at the shop. I have experience in handling cryogenic materials because of all the cryo tests. I have experience in working with high pressure systems. I have experience with working with different types of chemicals that are required for cleaning and other things. I also have my OSHA 10 certification. That's something that I'm pretty proud about. And yeah, that pretty much sums a lot of it up.
All right. All right, thanks, man. That's super cool. The clean room stuff, you know. Nice. Let's see. I guess it's my turn now. Has everyone gone? All right. I guess mostly my experience is video editing. I kind of suck at Rocketry. Here, let me present a little picture of my experience with Rocketry. Let's see. Let me open up the picture real quick. All right, present. You guys all see that? This is literally my experience with Rocketry. We got the rocket. Oh no, dang. Okay, we got the rocket going sideways. We have, you can kind of see there in the very back the woman with the camera. She expected the rocket to actually go up instead of sideways there. So she's pointing the camera straight up. We got the guy in the blue. He's all surprised, and yeah. That's pretty much my experience with Rocketry. But mostly all my experience is, let me stop presenting here. My experience with Rocketry here is pretty much not Rocketry. It's more of video editing. My friend Andres and I, we've gone really good at video editing and streaming, things like that. That's why we stream so much compared to some other channels. So we've been doing a lot of video editing, streaming type stuff. So that's pretty much my experience there with Rocketry. So that's probably going to conclude it for today. You guys want to say anything else before we?
Yeah, I was gonna add something onto that about next month's stream.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, if you want to be entered into next month's stream, you could send me a message on Discord. I'll include my Discord tags in the chat, and I also have Twitter, which is Andrew Borger 4, and I can also include that in the chat. So if anyone wants to share on the next stream, they can just send me their email.
All right. Sweet. So I was mispronouncing your last name. It's Borger then. Yeah. So
Yeah, it's
anyways.
fine. Sorry.
Yeah. Anyways, that's gonna conclude it for this stream. Thanks for coming out, everyone. We're probably gonna be streaming next month again. We'll let you know. Once again, make sure to go check out that advanced rocketry Discord if you guys want to see more like updates, things like that.